welcome to it. This is Chess and Wine. My name is AD Bila. Back with some updates. The South African Junior Closed Chess Championships and the Moja Extravaganza Chess Championship. I don't know if there's much to update you on in terms of the Junior Closed Chess Championship because we already knew that it was meant to be played at it's meant to be played in the Western Cape, right? But there was, I think, one federation that assumed that it was going to be in Cape Town. But because maybe many people believe that the best venue, if it's a Western Cape, has to be Cape Town. So we don't know what's the hold up. Something obviously is going on because, or unless they're trying to get it into another different district or region in the Western Cape, which may not be as attractive, which may not be such a brilliant idea. Because what I'm thinking now is that if it's being held in a different place other than Cape Town, I'm wondering, here's what I'm saying this, because I was thinking first that Cape Town, number one, is far from everybody, right? Like, it's far from a whole lot of other provinces. And that's why we had a lot of Cape Townians complaining when the Mzansi Inter-Provincial Youth Chess Championship was being held, the MIYCC was being held in Limpopo. Because, again, people from Western Cape looked at the distance and were like, the costs, whoa, too much, right? Like, and then now, with this event now going back to Cape Town, the Western Cape, in fact, the event now going back to the Western Cape, people thinking, what of the people from Limpopo then? Do they not qualify? Did they not qualify? Or do their now concerns match the concerns of those people in the Western Cape who were worried, who were also sounding concerned that the distance is just showing some form of inconsideration from the organizers of the event, which is just Chess South Africa, right? And but again, we were willing to excuse it. That's why I also stayed away from it, because you were willing to excuse it. If it was going to be in Cape Town, you're thinking it's still excusable because it's like a tour, like it's like a sports tourism of sorts. You're not only going there to play, but you're also getting an outing. You're like going to see Cape Town. Like, how many people get to see Cape Town in their lifetime? Like, that's the main attraction. Because you're like, at least there's the double benefit. It's one, attending that main event, which is the Junior Closed Chess Championships. And secondly, it is visiting Cape Town, sightseeing, going to Table Mountain, going to the beach, and all that type of things. Like, see, it's exciting going to Cape Town. But now if they want to move it from Cape Town and hold it in a different region, I wonder what the attractions will be. Or maybe they'll need to start promoting whatever region and whatever attractions are there. Because I'm thinking, again, it's another reason why the Moja Extravaganza has been moved from Kimberley, because people have already seen enough of the big hole. I was like, what else is there to do in Kimberley, right? So now they move it to Four Ways. The venue of the Moja Extravaganza has been changed. You see now, I'm even jumping topics now. See, so now I'm going to be talking about the venue of the Moja Extravaganza. Yeah, apparently the venue of the Moja Extravaganza has been changed has been confirmed. In fact, we've been knowing that the venue is going to be in Joburg, obviously in partnership with the Johannesburg Metro, Moja Chess Club, Johannesburg Metro, Moja Chess Solutions are the ones in charge of it right now, and the venue is the Canvas River Sands Conferencing, Four Ways, Johannesburg, South Africa. And the registration is now open, so you can start registration. No, it'll open on the 15th of February. So if the regions should start registering their players. And let's leave this thing of players registering as individuals. Moja Extravaganza is a big event. Like, it should be regions registering their events and then regions accompanying their players, like, in a big way. Like, every region must be represented in the Moja Extravaganza. Otherwise, we're going to lose out on this big event, and we'll blame who? I don't know who we're going to blame for it. Because if we like it, if we love it so much and we want to keep it in the calendar, support it. Honestly. Otherwise, you lose out. But anyways, while we're still on the South African Junior Closed Chess Championship, I'm thinking of many things. Okay, I'm looking at the registration here now, and they say registration is 1,000 rands per player. And I'm like, why exactly were you fighting Hendrik de Doit? Okay, why exactly were you fighting the previous administration? Didn't you say it was because they were too expensive, they were making events unaffordable, like the crucial event like the Junior Closed, which is supposed to be open to players who are there by merit? And then it's 1,000 rand to register. 1,000 rands registration. I'm not saying, I mean, if you look at the brochure for, again, for the Moja Extravaganza. Not even one section is 1,000 rand to register. Even the section with the first prize of 50,000 rands, you don't pay 1,000 rands to register for that event. So why is the South African Junior Closed Chess Championships for juniors 1,000 rand for registration per junior? And there are no cash prizes, of course. So yeah, that's something that we know. But again, why were they fighting and to do it? And now, in terms of making it affordable, they're failing. And I remember, they make these promises that all these events are going to be more affordable, all these events will be cut cost, they will be cut casting and so forth. And even the duration of the event now, accommodation, if you're going to go there, you can tell that it's not for everybody. Because if it's not federations covering for their players on their own cannot afford to stay over. Not a lot of players can afford to stay for 6 days in the Western Cape in a good accommodation, and then still cover the flights there or transport there, the returning transport and so forth. It'll cost like what? I don't know. The numbers are not done. At least if it was the other way around. Remember that last time? What's his name? Is it Simpson? Wait. I'll remember. I won't remember the name, but if I remember, yeah, somebody did it for us from the South African Chess Hub. He did it for us, and we all were able to see that okay, it really costs a lot to come to this venue. Maybe it's like you just scroll up and down and see him. Yeah, it was Paul Simpson. There it is. Paul Simpson actually was the one that did the calculations, and it turned out it was costing about 4,000 for some players from Western Cape to travel to Limpopo. So that's going to be the same issue now with some players traveling back. At least the MICC managed to cut the event from the usual 5-6 days to 3 days, I think. And this one is still that 6 days. They're keeping it in there. And I'm being reminded again, when they are busy making all these promises of how they're going to cut costs, of how they're going to make it affordable, there was only one person in there that kept on saying, they're bullshitting. It's not going to happen. They're promising lies, or it won't happen. So I don't know if right now that he is there. Remember, it was Vicky Mugu that kept on saying, these promises are unrealistic. Or maybe somebody said, no, it's fine. We know. But at least we must promise them something. Chess for everyone. And the thing is, this chess for everyone thing, it seems like it's just rhetoric now. It's just a tagline that is kept on being said, being promoted for no reason, but we don't see anything about it being for everyone. Because now look at what they're doing right now. So fine, it's 1,000 rand to register per player, right? And then now, what are they doing to help players? Are they saying, since chess is for everyone, if you are a player who cannot afford, are they going to at least say, okay, fine, we'll just we'll forgo the entry fee for you. We'll cancel the entry fee and you can pay what you can afford. If you can afford 300 rand, we'll pay that, because it's not like they have to pay somebody. This is Chess South Africa. It's not like they have to. So fine, the cost of it per player cannot be 1,000 rand. Some of us sometimes we charge so much money because we're looking for getting an amount. Some for the prizes, an amount for whatever. But Chess South Africa must seriously must make a plan. And look at what the plan they're making. Because we're wondering, what plan are they making to? We raise the question: what are they doing to actually make it easier for players who can't afford? They are asking for donations. They are beggars. They're begwall. Remember, I kept on saying in previous videos that it seems like the biggest attribute for African leaders is that they must be able to beg well. They must be like Theo Bagwell. You know, remember Theo Bagwell from Prison Break? So you must be a good beggar in order to run to be a leader in Africa, even though you have all the resources to actually raise the funds. Now, even though Chess South Africa has all the resources to attract sponsors, all the resources to approach the government, well, hell, look at this. The president of Chess South Africa was shaking hands with the Minister of Sports just a few days ago. You're trying to tell me that he couldn't get him the Ministry of Sports to fund the Junior Closed Chess Championships? Honestly, are you trying to tell me that he couldn't get the Minister of Sports to connect them to a certain sponsor and promise the sponsor something in return? Or is the Minister of Sports also just a loud mouth without any action? Because if the Minister of Sports really means that he wants to support chess, we should be seeing something here. Unless it's our leadership that can't really speak to, like there's something wrong with the leadership. Whether it's the Minister of Sports that is also promising lies, that GNU thing, that it's yeah, they got into the GNU with what, less than 3% votes. Now we're meant to trust him because it's not doing anything for chess. And then now our president, he's a leader in begging, number one in beggar, Mr. Begwell, like is here asking for donations. Instead of saying we are making sure that all players participate. If you can't afford the SAJCCC, come play. The junior close, come play. We'll make mints. Organize accommodation for yourself, but those that can afford do pay, and whatever it is that you pay will go into covering whatever costs that are there. But then maybe they're looking into raising funds again, even through this event, and they don't realize that through raising those funds, they are closing some kids out of this main event. This event were players who were meant to be representing the country, this career maker of an event for chess players, especially the juniors, is being made exclusive. They can't just be asking for donations. I mean, people have been asking for donations even before. Because even before, when during that previous administration, you could actually get a letter that allows you to running the federation instead of doing what they're meant to be doing, right? Like instead of attracting sponsors, so now they want to take the job of asking for donations from the regions. I understand if now this is crazy though. Like Chess South Africa should do better, and this is not better, honestly. So that's basically where I stand with this. And wait, another thing, we still don't have a suspension. Okay, I'm just going to read through this for this following part quickly. So they're saying, according to SAJCCC policy, only players who are South African citizens will qualify for SA Colors. But we do not all qualify for SA Colors right now because they're still suspended. And it says, but permanent citizens, permanent residents will be eligible for what? Obviously will be eligible to participate in the SAJCCC, and they will only receive federation colors. South African colors will only be awarded by SAJCCC after SAJCCC as will only be allowed. South African junior colors will only be awarded after SAJCCC has lifted our suspension, which means Chess South Africa is still suspended. Could that be the reason why the Gayton Mackenzie is not assisting Chess South Africa as the Minister of Sport? But then again, when he said he was going to assist, wasn't that part of the assistance? What has he been doing for chess, if he was really honestly committed to helping chess? And it's so funny because chess is still suspended by SAJCCC, and yet they are out here busy suspending people, suspending coaches and running. Oh, we understand they are elected, but hey, are they taking care of the lifting of their own suspensions? How far are they? What's the progress like? Because they've got the regions, the provinces that they needed. I think those are the updates we need, because now players are going to be playing for colors, and that thing is still far. We're far from getting the colors. They're playing for colors, and yet they're still being charged. We're still being charged 1,000 rands per player to participate in that event. Let's hope that federations support their players. That's one thing I always say. Like, let's hope federations use the monies collected from tournaments that they are hosting or running to assist players. Hey, yeah, regions, in fact, regional federations should be supporting the players that are representing them there. Otherwise, their books must be made public. And they say why they cannot afford to support their players if regions can't support their players. Honestly, provinces need to start looking at the regions' books. And those regions' books need to be made public. Because, A, there are some issues out there. And some of them we're going to be bringing them out. There are some issues out there. In the KZN, federations being run like clubs. But anyway, so yeah, the SAJCCC South African Junior Close Chess Championship to be taking place from, let's the date quickly, 31st of March to the 5th of April in the Western Cape. Venue not yet confirmed. But the Western Cape Chess Federation is in charge. And yeah. And oh, by the way, there's going to be a Blitz event on that day. So I'm wondering if they're going to charge extra for the Blitz event, or also if the Blitz event comes with a certificate and a trophy, or it has any prize money in it. I don't know. Like, oh, maybe the 1,000 rand includes the Blitz entry or something like that. But I don't know. And accommodation. So they're saying that everyone is in charge of their accommodation. So at least maybe isn't that the one thing that the new Chess South Africa has done? That they're removing the force on accommodation, where they're saying you're no longer forced to stay in the official accommodation. Everyone is responsible for arranging their own accommodation, which also somehow cuts some costs to players. So maybe that's one thing they did. Is it a good thing, a bad thing? But it's something, right? You decide. But then again, now with the days approaching and the venue not being confirmed, isn't that inconveniencing, especially because the closer you get to the date, the more expensive the tickets, the flight tickets become. But there's a juniors event, so let's let it happen. Let's let the juniors have their fun, but let's not let the juniors not be closed out, because this juniors will tomorrow be the future, and we know what happens to juniors who get blocked, who get blackballed, who get denied opportunities. Not good things. Some of them end up in drugs, in Yahupe. Some of them end up becoming whatever. Hey, we know there's a lot of stories, which one day we need to focus on here on Chess and Wine, but we are just dealing with it first on a personal basis. We'll come to it on a later stage. But juniors must not be denied opportunities. And this costing, hey, yeah, ne. Anyways, this is it for me. Good evening.